Hey folks, how are you doing today? Today is a big day because today we're going to marinate some steaks. And you know, there comes a point in one's life where you can't just cook steaks as they come from the store. No, you gotta grow up and start marinating your steaks. So, I'm gonna show you everything I'm gonna do. So now the first step for me is I screen captured an ingredients list off the internet from Canadian Living. And I made this once before. What I did last time was I put way too much of everything because I only actually had 2 steaks. I think this recipe was made for more than 2 steaks. So we're gonna try things a bit differently this time. So you want to find a good bowl. And this bowl looks pretty good. Okay, so let's take a look down low here at all the things we got. So let's see. Looking at my list, it says 3 tablespoons of dried thyme. That's that. And paprika. Well, that's what this stuff looks like. Yeah. Packed brown sugar. We have that in a container here. We have to see it right now. There it is. Okay. And uh-oh. Screen went away. There we go. Ground cumin. I don't even know what this stuff really is, but it's called ground cumin. Dry mustard. Didn't even know that was a thing, but it is. Hot pepper flakes. And also what I'm going to add is, oh, it also says salt too, but I'm also going to add some cayenne pepper. And this is brand new for this time. Just a little bit of dill. Do you think that's crazy? I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. And last time I definitely put too much of the cayenne. It was a bit much, but it was still good. I enjoyed the kick that it had. But anyway, so pretty simple now. I mean, let's see. 3 tablespoons of dried thyme. And I'm splitting all these portions in half. So that's actually 1.5 tablespoons. Dried thyme. Or ground thyme, rather. Like, what is thyme? I just never heard of that before. 1.5 tablespoons? That seems like a lot. Like, this thing's only this big. And this is a tablespoon. Yeah, this is that's way too much. I'm gonna do, like, you know what, I'm just gonna do half a tablespoon of this stuff. Because last time there was so much powder in the thing that we were just putting these 2 steaks in, it all seemed really unnecessary. And this thing's really tricky to get in there, so I'm just going to pour it. And, yeah, I don't know if you can see that there. Let's just make sure the audience has a sick view of what's going on. Yeah, here we go. So we got the thyme in there. Maybe I'll speed this all up, because, no, I'm not going to speed it up. You guys want to kick back and watch this long video. Okay, paprika. How much paprika? 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to use 1 tablespoon, and I'm not going to fill it all the way. I'm going to go conservative on that stuff, too. Like about that, you know? So it's it's over 3/4 full, but yeah, about that. Packed brown sugar, 2 tablespoons. Okay. That we can do. 2 tablespoons. And I don't mind some brown sugar in there. Give it that sweet taste. So let's just... And I won't tell my girlfriend that I contaminated which one is this? Paprika into the brown sugar. She doesn't need to know about that. I'll just scoop that part out. You know, it's a real hassle cooking like this when you only have a few measuring spoons. And, you know, what are you supposed to rinse off every time for every different ingredient? Like, how do people do this? Jeez. Okay, so we got the brown sugar. Ground cumin. Where is it? Oh, the camera was on the ground cumin. I was using it as a little tripod there. Okay, here we go. Ground cumin. 1 tablespoon, so we're going to call that half a tablespoon. And you know what? I'm going to rinse it off this time because like I was saying, that contamination. You know, you don't want your paprika getting in your ground coming, because I've only ever heard horrible things about those two getting together for long durations in a container. Okay, so that's all clean. So, some ground coming. Ground coming. So I'm going like, not quite a full half tablespoon, but that's gonna be pretty good. Okay, now dry mustard. That's this stuff. Mustard USA. And, yeah. 1 tablespoon. So again, that half one. So, I'm gonna have to rinse it again. You know what, I'm just gonna pour it in there. Just gonna pour it in. Hopefully it doesn't go too much around the spoon. And you know, that's enough. Because, you know what, I'm not a huge mustard fan, to be honest. You know, I put it on my hamburgers and hot dogs, but I usually put a lot more ketchup than mustard. You know, I like the mustard to be subtle. But I shouldn't, though, because apparently mustard's pretty good for you, actually. Whereas ketchup is just not, but it's just so delicious. Okay, so, looking back at our list here. Dry mustard, hot pepper flakes. And this is from Canadian Living. And this is just a screen capture, but you could look this up too. Yeah, hot pepper flakes. And these you can go crazy with, I'm pretty sure. But I'm still going to go by what it says here. Half a tablespoon. Well, it says 1 tablespoon, but, you know, I'm half portioning everything. So we get that in there. Oh, this is starting to look good. What do you think? Yeah. Are you jealous that I get to eat this and you don't? I mean, you could make your own. I guess that would be the point of watching one of these videos, but, you know, you might just watch this and not actually get around to doing it, and then you just go to Subway and you get yourself like a nice meatball sub. Oh, you know what? I'm starting to get jealous of you because I know you're going to go do that. Okay, 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon, that's this guy. But I'm going half portions again, so 1 teaspoon of salt. And you can go crazy with salt. I mean, there's nothing wrong with quadrupling your portions when it comes to this stuff, because it's just good for you. Okay, would you... Yeah, this thing's tricky here. There we go, there we go. How are we looking there? Yeah, we're looking good. Okay. Yeah, and then, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna add some cayenne to that mix. And, you know, the cayenne's what really gives it the kick. And I think last time I put, like, maybe half a tablespoon or something. I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna go about the same again. Because I did overdo it a bit last time, but it was actually pretty good. Okay, I'll go like a little less than half a tablespoon. So I'm pretty sure that's less than I did last time. Because, yeah, last time my mouth was just on fire. But, you know, sometimes that's a good thing. It's a good way to eat. So, I'm still on the fence about this dill. Again, I just found this going through the cupboard when I was rounding up the things. I think I'm going to go really subtle with the dill. Just so if it was a bad idea, it'll barely be noticeable anyways. But maybe I'll notice that hint of it, and I'll be like, ooh, I might have to step up my dill game next time. Like, I don't know if people put dill on steaks, but I mean, fuck, dill's great. And this stuff's pretty, like, packed in there hard. Packed in there real well. So I'm just going to go with that much. That's 1/4 teaspoon, so it shouldn't ruin the meal. I think that's going to be pretty awesome, actually. Okay, so I think I got everything in there. Yeah, no, we're looking real good here. It's all in there. So all I got to do is mix this up a bit. So maybe we'll like time lapse that up, mixing part. And yeah, I'm gonna use this spoon. Just make sure you can see it there, because you have to see what I'm doing here. It's very important that you see me mix this. Okay, now we're gonna go into hyperdrive here.
Marinate steaks, it's what you gotta do, it's good for you.
Okay, so that was actually kind of tricky because those hard chunks really like, I don't know, there's these hard chunks of brown sugar or something, and yeah, they were tricky. But anyways, we're rocking here. So now, let's get a good angle of this container that we're gonna throw the steaks into. Oh, that's a good angle. All right. So I had these steaks thawing out on the counter. They were just wrapped in some saran wrap in the freezer. And now I'm gonna unwrap these babies, and yeah. We're getting a little closer to completion here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Yep. And my dog's behind me right now, and her mouth is just watering looking at these uncooked steaks. She would just love to devour. What a disgusting animal. Okay, so now I'm just gonna have to go and wash my hands now, or maybe I could just wipe it on my jeans. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I washed off my hands, because you know what? There comes a time when you can't be one of those guys that just rubs raw steak blood on your jeans anymore. You gotta move on from that. Okay, so now we got the marinade, and we're gonna marinate. We are marinating. Oh, yeah. And look, I'm just gonna like throw it on there, and maybe I'll spread it around, and see, look, I still have way too much, and I think I toned everything down from last time. I think the recipe was like made for marinating like, I don't know, 12 steaks, and even half portioning it, it's still like for 6 steaks, because that's a lot. You don't need, like, look at that mounds of this on there. That's like, yeah, it's an arid desert in here of sand. It just doesn't look that appetizing, actually. Just a big mound of powder on there. I couldn't imagine just chewing through this graininess. But anyways, I'm just going to pour it all in there. And you know what? Before I barbecue, I'm going to shake a lot of it off. But there'll still be a lot in there to give it the flavoring. So now the next step is to, you put the lid on your container. Like so. Put it on tight. And then you just huck her in the fridge. Oh man, and there's all this stuff in the way. What is this? Okay. Ah, jeez. Okay. Oh, and I'm supposed to make salad tonight too. Oh man, when your girlfriend just gives you all these chores, oh, it's exhausting. Okay. So that's in there. That's good. So I leave it in the fridge for like 2 hours, and then I come back in 2 hours, and all I do, I just flip this over. Don't open or anything, just flip it over, and the stuff shakes around, and maybe I'll even shake it a little right now, just so some of it gets onto the lower part in there, so that when I flip it, it'll toss onto the other side, and no, that's gonna be good. So, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be some good stuff, and you'll just have to take my word for it that it'll have been a good steak. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video, just something real quick where I'm eating it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be a happy camper when I'm eating this steak. So anyways, go and marinate your own steak, have a ball, and take her easy.